Hello, my name is Daniela Mejia. I'm 19 years old and this is my speech. Every new idea you have should scare you. It should make you question whether or not you have the mental resources to get it done. It should force you to change your habits, your beliefs, your circle of friends. Because if your new idea doesn't scare you, and if it doesn't challenge the person you currently are to become someone better, you simply haven't thought big enough. So as being said, it's my project. This is in this bag. Pictures of my friends, my life. For the past 2 years, including even last week, everything of who I am is in this bag. It was very hard to think about. It was hard to figure out who I really am for these past 2 years, and having them all in the bag makes it seem as if it's so little, but actually it's all me. It's all me. And it makes me think I've grown so much over the past 5-6 years, and all because of these few items. Yes, it was time and dedication put into it, but it's just amazing to see this is me in a bag. So what we have from my past will be this book. It's called All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, and it's about two main characters called Finch and Violet, and it's about a book of growth, about a book of becoming who you are now in the future, and what you have in your past needs to be broken away from you, instead grow from it. And I bookmarked this book a lot because these are my favorite quotes and my favorite scenes, because every now and then I'll come back to this and I'll think about who I was 5 or 6 years ago and who I am now, and it amazes me how much I've grown. So this book pretty much changed my life. It's my favorite book, and I read a lot of books, and this just hasn't, every time somebody wants me to recommend them a book, this is the book I go for, because if it opened my eyes, maybe for someone else it could open theirs. Another thing from my past would be my orchestra pins and medals. I used to be in orchestra for about 7 years, from middle school and high school, and it's taught me so much. I even was an orchestra officer. I was in charge of the stage, putting it all together for concerts, for showings, even for competitions. So I received a lot of medals for doing that job, but as well as going to competitions with groups of people as well as myself. I learned how to be a leader, and I learned how to open up, because when I first started, I was very insecure. It was a musical instrument and I felt like I wasn't good enough. But as I grew and I started learning much about being in charge, having responsibilities, time management, it's changed me. It taught me how to be who I am today. It taught me to be organized and to put whatever emotions you have into something, and fire to just put it all into what you believe in. So one pin. Towards the end of the year, we have banquets, and we receive pins for all of our achievements toward the whole year. This one I received my last year of high school and my senior year. It's an ensemble class 1 rating for a group ensemble score that we played. We received a superior rating. We had a chance to go to states, but we decided not to, because 7 years of hard work, yes, you would want to go to state, but at the time graduation was coming, and it was going to be the week before graduation, and so then it wasn't great timing. But it was still amazing to even think that I could have gone to state, and we could even receive a higher rating as well. Here we have my own one and only superior rating pin for my solo. It was my second year of high school. It was the first time I ever did something that I wasn't so insecure about. I pushed myself to get this rating, and I was very glad to receive a class 1 rating, which is the best rating possible. And then this one, my outstanding musician. Never thought I'd getting that in my 4 years. So currently, this is my laptop. It's used for school because I do care about school. Right now, my life is school and work. I don't really have a lot of hobbies anymore. Pretty much any hobbies I have is on here, which is a lot of photos. I'll explain that in a minute. A lot of videos, as well as a lot of PowerPoints and Word documents. It's a great organizer. I chose this laptop because of my career choice, and I'm glad I chose it because it's actually pretty great. Currently I work at Walmart, so I have my vest with me. I chose this because I went from being a cashier to customer service, which is actually a pay raise as well as a higher position. Being a customer service for about 2 months now has been a great experience. I get to talk to a lot more people. I get to figure out solutions whenever somebody returns something and they don't have a receipt. It's a higher position. It's much more work, but it's actually a great learning opportunity for future jobs and how to communicate in the future to employers and to other clients. If you're going into businesses where you have clients and you obviously have your employers, and it's a great experience. Even though Walmart is not where I want to be for the rest of my life, it is a good job I've had for the past year. It's taught me so much. I've done so much for them, and I'm glad that they recognize all the work I've done. And it's changing me. It's changing me to a better person, a more understanding person. It's a wonderful experience. On to my future. Cameras. Cameras been with me for about 6-7 years as well. I started taking pictures of my grandparents and moved to landscapes and then moved to more portraits again. I took pictures during graduation season, during prom season, and as well as just for fun with my friends. And while I was doing that, I always thought about becoming a lawyer, but I found out that's not what I want to do. I want to go into film. I want to go into photography. But I'm currently majoring in communications because it is a career that's more broader. It gives me more opportunities, but I can also use my degree in communications for photography and for film, which is actually really great. I like being behind cameras, not in front of cameras. So it does make me more seen, more noticed, because before I used to take them for myself, but as people see my work and people see me, they ask me to take their photos, and it feels great to be noticed. But it's a little scary because you're being judged by the way you take photos, but it's taught me that I can grow, and I've seen the process of when I first started to when I started to now, which is quite amazing. It's just a great experience to just see how I was when I first got this camera to how it is now. And people have come up to me saying that they love my photos now. And obviously when I first started, people are like, okay, that's okay, that's mediocre, you could work a little bit better on the lighting, you could work better on the exposures. So I learned how to do that, and I've accumulated more cameras. I've learned more techniques, and now people come up to me and pay me to take their photos for their graduation, for their kids' birthday parties, for so much. And it just makes me realize that if I set myself onto a dream, and I could achieve it, because I get to grow from the experience and from all the comments and critique. Lastly, I have another future object that represents me in my future, and this will be a sailboat inside a glass bottle. Over the summer, I went to Germany and France for a study abroad program here at Lone Star, and it was life-changing, absolutely life-changing. I only ever been to Mexico, and here within the United States, I moved from California to Texas. I traveled to Kentucky, I traveled to Florida, but it didn't feel any different. There was different sort of, not culture, but different environment. But when I went to Germany and France, across an ocean, which I never thought that I'll ever do in my life. It's always been a dream, it's always been a thought on the side of my head, and now it's become a reality. And even to this day, I still can't believe that I experienced 2 weeks in a foreign country, learning about eating their food, learning about their language, their culture, visiting history. It opened my eyes, and now I'm more humble and thankful for my parents for this opportunity that they've given me, and I just can't believe it. It really has changed me, and now I want to travel to more places and visit more countries, such as the Philippines next summer, maybe even Mexico once again. But now I'm older and I could go and visit more places I choose to go, and it's just an amazing opportunity, and I'm very thankful and more humble about traveling. And I hope to make this as well as a career, travel around the world, take photos for advertisements or their fashions, or even take photos for the fashion advertisements in Japan or even China, or go back to Germany and France and take more pictures of different cities that I haven't visited. And it's just amazing. It's great. As of right now, I'm not looking for anything. I'm looking for myself. I know I've grown, but I feel like I'm still growing. I'm only 19. There's so much to learn about the world, and so many places to visit, so many more people to talk to, and I'm starting to find everything. I'm starting to learn and experience so much, which is great. So thank you for listening. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked learning about me. That's who I am as a person and who I've become, and who I hope to be in the future. So thank you.